गुड इवनिंग श्वेता जी। श्वेता जी गुड इवनिंग।
गुड इवनिंग सर।
कैसे हैं?
गुड गुड। हाउ आर यू सर?
बस फर्स्ट क्लास। आज का पेपर कैसा रहा आप लोग के बच्चों का?
हाँ, अच्छा था।
हिंदी का पेपर था ना?
हाँ।
सो दीस डेज यू आर क्वाइट बिजी।
यस सर।
और अभी होम एग्जाम भी शुरू हो जाएंगे।
या
सो
वी आर
दैट
स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 26th।
26 यू आर स्टार्ट।
यस
चलिए,
यस।
कर रहे हैं मैम। वेबिनार तो चलते ही रहेंगे, सबके ही चलते रहेंगे। जी इज मैरी, शी इज आल्सो कम। जी गुड इवनिंग। मैडम जस्ट राइट P in the chat box. चैट बॉक्स में P लिख दीजिएगा so that I will be coming to know that you have attended the workshop. That's great. So today's session will be not more than 45 to 50 minutes maximum. And then most probably we will have to come tomorrow back for nearly 30-35 minutes. चलिए अभी देखते हैं कितने लोग आ जाते हैं. Within 2-3 minutes more we will start. Dipali ji, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Yes, all you guys. How was the paper today? Hindi paper?
Which paper, sir?
Hindi language.
No, yes, sir. Very good, very good. It was easy, but
Easy.
lengthy too.
Acha, easy but lengthy.
Yes, sir.
That generally happens with all the subjects. If
Yes,
it
sir.
is tough, then it will be a short paper
Yes, sir.
because people have to be given time to think about and then write.
Yes, sir.
So, you are from Pune,
Yes, sir. I'm from Phoenix Word School.
Phoenix Words.
I am from Madam's school.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, ma'am.
Ma'am is not there because she is busy in packing the papers
Yes, sir.
in her own school.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Ma'am.
Good evening.
She might be hearing all the things.
Busy in school, so I said I will not switch my video and my audio also.
Yeah, I can understand. Just 1 minute more and then we start. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. All right, if the people doesn't know what is the value of time, then we will start within a minute. Because there is no use wasting time out here and then waiting for them to join and join and join. Dipali ji again has come back, so that is great.
Yes. Disconnected, sir, my battery.
No, I can understand. So we shall start now. I'm sharing the screen now, and let us hope that everything goes fine. Yes, everything is fine. You see, midway the light, the power, there may be power cut. Now you can all see my screen. So what exactly is the prelude to the good habits, bad habits? Is what is the prelude? Prelude is for a successful life to lead. We need conditioning of our minds. But our conditioning are throughout the life, they are so much conditioned that they lead us to failure. Perfect practice makes perfect, and practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. So practice makes it permanent. And what exactly is the habit? It is the inspiration, what we used to do, what we used to do. And there are two words in this. First is sustain and then it is abstain. So it is the philosophy of two words, sustain and abstain. Sustain what need to be done and abstain from what is detrimental until it becomes habitual. So that will be a little bit difficult for everybody to Meenakshi ji aa gayi. So what exactly is habit? It is basically automatic response, or we put our minds on autopilot system, which means that after getting out of bed, we brush the teeth. After having a meals, we brush our teeth. So our mind gets on autopilot mode. Automatically, we used to get to do that is that to be done. Generally, habit they don't require our conscious attention. It does not require conscious attention, but it is applicable only to motor responses and applied to the habit of thought. This is the correct name is attitude. What exactly is a person's attitude in doing a thing? Then only it will be habit. And then what is the importance of habit? Because there are two things, good habits and bad habits. In adults, we can say the good habits, they are exemplified with the words like hard work, reading, writing, exercise, meditation. Then social affairs, social meetings, social relations, developing the social relations. Whereas in kids, the good upkeep, handwriting, good manners, smile on the face, doing organized, keeping the things in an organized way, keeping their things in the organized way. They are generally, and then this is physical upkeep. That is also a good habit in a child. But in bad habits, adults, alcoholism, drug addiction, smoking, lethargy, telling lies, procrastination, dishonesty, stealing, a number of things are there. But we don't go for the bad habits in adults or kids. In the kids, the bad habits might be nail biting, unhealthy eating, talkativeness, naughtiness, bedwetting, and a number of other things like unusual interrupting, which never go unnoticed as bad habit. So what is to be done for this? We have to develop a positive mindset. And for that, the fastest way to achieve is commitment. A good habit basically takes time, but our minds, we as a human being catch the bad habits very easily, they immediately. Your habits are your own habits. Your inner peace, joy, and happiness, they all come from your habits. You can develop positive mindset. You can, and what exactly are the factors that drive you to the more positive mindset or even the negative one also? To form a positive mindset or the good habit, the habit formation basically has two types or two basic foundations. The first one is physiological basis, that is conscious effort, biological process. Consciously we do the things, and they are ingrained in our personality, our character, and that way it becomes a habit. That means from sensory to motor skills. So stimulus is repeated and response is elicited. Whether it is good habit or bad habit, our nervous system know that well how to respond a particular learning. Whereas psychological theory says they are repeated to be firmly retained in our system. And retention of such actions, they strengthen and become habit. So how to form a habit? They can be developed by default or by deformation. Determination is basically what you decide that I will have to do this. I will not procrastinate. That is determination. By default is you stay in such an environment, such a community, such a society, such a circle of friends that you develop that particular habit automatically. And that way, it is ingrained in your character. So what we do repeatedly becomes a habit. Conditioning hoti hai ye. Elephant mindset. When when an elephant is a child, it is tied with a with a strong chain, so that it develops a mindset that I cannot break this chain. And once it is set over there, then the keeper, they tie the elephant with a very thin rope, but they never try to break it, because this is elephant mindset which is developed, and in their personality is ingrained. That mindset is developed in such a way that I cannot break this rope. Similarly, Pavlov's dogs, when he rang the bell, the dogs used to run, he used to feed them, and that's all. But after some time, he rang the bell but didn't serve. Still they salivated. So that is Pavlov's dogs. That is conditioning. So their mind is conditioned. They are themselves conditioned to such an extent that how to develop, how to do this, how not to do this, or how they physiologically they respond. This is basically Gigo principle. Good in, good out, garbage in, garbage out. Whatsoever goes in your mind, in your thoughts, in your habits, in your attitude, it will come out. So that is conditioning. Remember how we learned riding a bike. There are 4 ways which we started and ended up. The first was unconscious incompetence. I don't know how to ride the bike. That is unconscious. Nor we can ride the bike. That is incompetency. Second was conscious but incompetence. We know how to ride a bike. That is conscious. But can't ride the bike. That is incompetence still. Then we start practicing. We fall, we get up, then we get bruises. Then again we tried, again we fall, again we get up. Consciously we keep on repeating the same thing, and this increases our competency. So that means conscious competence. And finally, we come down to unconscious competence, which means we know how to ride the bike. Unconsciously, we keep on doing the things. And at some point of time, we just take off our hands off the handles, and still we keep pedaling. So we can talk to people, we wave at them while riding at the same time, but that is unconscious competence. Next are the what we become, being constantly conditioned, consciously or unconsciously. But how we get it done? Conditioning is kinds of books we read, the kinds of movies and serials we watch, the kinds of music we listen to, the thoughts we stick to, the traditions of our family, and so on and so forth. Even the kind of company we keep. You see, while driving to your office, you listen to same kind of music or songs every day. And after some time, what you do is, if your this thing audio system is not working, still you keep on humming the similar type of songs or similar type of music. So that is conditioning of the mind. So good versus bad. अभी मैंने बताया आपको थोड़ी देर पहले. Good habits are those actions which are positive by physical, emotional, or psychological consequences, which means their end result will be positive. Their end result will be liked by us, liked by our elders, liked by the society, the community, the family. They are good habits. Whereas the bad habits, you don't have to ingrain it in your mind, but you keep on doing the same thing. And our minds or brains, they go on autopilot system. Say, for example, how does this habit, how you will choose it, whether it is a good or bad? 4 questions are there. How this is going to make me feel. Number 2 is how it is going to affect my health, positively or negatively. How it is going to affect my mental well-being, positively or negatively. and how it gives me feel good moment or is good for long term. Good feel moment is feeling good for a short time, whereas good for long term, which means that habit, if you continue with that, then certainly you will continue with the good results forever. So if you feed your mind with the thoughts of fear, hate, doubt, autosuggestion will activate and translate into reality. Some people say that I am afraid of darkness. Their mindset goes on autosuggestion. There might be a ghost, there might be this, there might be that, and it goes into negativity. To turn your mind to accept positive thoughts and ideas, you have to make conscious efforts. So these are two things I earlier also discussed. Conscious efforts, that is physiological or biological. That is the ability to think, accept or reject. And subconscious can only accept, psychological. Such and such of my friend is smoking. So let me try once. फिर उसके बाद होता है कि once I have tried, nothing happened, I will try for the second time, then third time, then fourth time. And again, it is ingrained into our habits. Now, quitting bad habits is a little bit difficult. Difficult hota hai, but you have to go for the conscious efforts to quit the bad habits. Like late rising, not making your bed in the morning. Similarly, a number of other things are there, but I will be discussing with you some tips on how to stop harmful habits or bad habits that may give you a long-term harm. First is identify your triggers. Triggers क्या होते हैं? Triggers होते हैं कि what exactly under are the circumstances under which I will do this. Whenever there is free time, I'll go for the book reading. I will go for the physical exercise. I will go for yoga. I will go for meditation. These are good things. But over here, we are going to discuss how to stop harmful habits. For example, smoking. Smokers, you generally identify what are the triggers which make you smoke. Is it your company? Remove yourself from that company. Similarly, sometimes we have seen that a person, after having the meals, he goes out and starts smoking. And I tell you one thing, that advertisers are very good in conditioning. They keep on throwing these things, the good advertisements of their products, their services into your mind. Every time they keep on putting up the good things, the bad things, whatsoever it is. अभी तो देखता हूं मैं कि there is no advertisement of liquor on the television. Similarly, on radio also there is no advertisement. Why should you? Because it is not required. It is not a good habit. So identify your triggers. Next is be mindful of your cravings. That is how to quit smoking. Similarly, any other bad habit. If you are getting up at 5:30 in the morning and immediately rush to the kitchen for a bed tea, stop it. First make your bed. While your child looks at you, he will also develop or she will also develop the similar type of habit. Oh, my mother is doing, my father is doing, so I must also do. Modeling. This is not sermonizing. Modeling. Next is practice mindfulness. The mindfulness is concentration, planning, and then decision making. It is a very great tool for breaking habits or making habits also. Making a good habit. If I do this, what will happen? What will be the result? Will the result will be liked by everybody, or will it not be liked by anybody? So that is mindfulness. That is awareness of thoughts. Is it going? मैंने अभी 4 questions आपसे पूछे थे, 4 questions. Is it going to affect my health, my character, and for 2 more things? When you feel like reverting to a bad habit, make a note of your thoughts and feelings, how you are feeling, craving. Now become present in the moment. After noting it down, your thoughts and feelings, just come down to the present moment. What will happen if I don't? So be curious and aware of your thoughts and bodily sensations. कभी कोई कहता है कि एक डॉक्टर ने बोला एक पेशेंट से कि you quit smoking. So he told immediately, I can't because I have been smoking for last 20 years. Fine, go back. After some time, the same patient came back to the doctor, and now he thought, do you want to live a longer life, healthier life, fruitful life? So then stop smoking. So that way the doctor or the psychologist, he makes a patient mindful of what will be the good effect. I will live longer. I will live healthier. And for example, if you want to quit a bad habit, leave encouraging sticky notes on your refrigerator, on your shaving mirror, on your toilet, each and everything, wherever you can see the things. Junk food nahi khana. You don't have to take burger, no pizza, no burger, and so on and so forth. Keep on writing at different places. Wherever you go, you will see, oh, no pizza, fine. So keep in mind the amount of time it takes to break a habit. That will depend upon the habit. 21 years, 20 years of smoking, he could not quit. Just keeping in mind that I have been smoking for 20 years. And once he is given a positive mindset, yes, if you want to live a longer life, healthier life, beautiful life, fruitful life, then you quit smoking. A good company. So keep in mind this thing. Next is how to make a good habit. You see, humans are creatures of habits. Both good and bad habit, they shape our attitudes and actions. So they can determine our success or failure. If we have got good habit, we can succeed in our life. And building good habit, it takes time. How much time? I will discuss a little bit later. But building good habit is an important aspect of your personal growth. I will not smoke. I will not drink. I will not go for the gossips. I will not go for the rubbish things in the staff room. Everything and anything under the sky on such lines that will give you success. Now you are aware of what exactly are the good habits you are going to make. Make a list of good habits you have and you have to sustain and retain for a longer time. So you keep on repeating them. Second list, the bad habit. What gives you stress? Getting late to the school, procrastination, eating junk food, that gives you stress. So write the list of that also. I have to quit. These are the things that I would like to break. Next is process कैसे करेंगे इसको? That ensure good habits. Develop clarity. Earlier, just now, I told you what is the value you attach with that particular habit, strength or weakness. What is the value, and where you want to go, where you want to be. You want to lead a successful life, fine, you go for that. So in other words, you know and decide what you want. So get clarity about your thoughts, your actions, and then decide why I have to do this. Review your purposes weekly and review your actions daily. I have given you just example of a smoker. आई आई विल नॉट स्मोक. देखिए, मैं बताऊं आपको कि ब्रेक करने के लिए किसी भी हैबिट को, यू डोंट go for such type of idioms like slowly and slowly I will quit. Never. Either now or never. So review your purpose weekly and review your actions daily. Next is start small. Whenever you go for a bigger thing, think about the synergy, the components. What are the components in that? Aristotle once said that what we are is by what we do repeatedly. So therefore, excellence is not an act, it is a habit. What habit you develop, you will become that. So doing something over and over again makes it easy. Just अभी आपको एग्जाम्पल दिया साइकिलिंग का. Keep on trying and trying and trying unless you succeed. And don't go for that type of idiom. Practice makes a man perfect. Practice makes perfect. So every big habit is supported by many smaller habits. So find the small habit and develop that first. Once you have mastered that, go for the second habit, then third, then fourth. So small efforts make big differences. Think about this. You put a nail on the trunk of a tree and hit it once, daily for 1 month. After 1 month, you measure the length of the nail that has gone inside the trunk. So what exactly works over here is consistency, not intensity. एक बार में आप ठक 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 करेंगे, you may take 10 minutes. Whereas over a month, you may take only 50 seconds or 30 seconds. Tuck and go back. Tuck and go back. Consistency. Smaller efforts, they make big difference. Next is focus on routine. If you make a routine, that automatically comes to your mind and you have to do that. So it becomes your mindset, and your mind goes on autopilot system, which means whatsoever you do on daily basis, it goes into your mind. Write it down and check it off your list. I have to brush my teeth after every meals. I have to wash my hands after every meals. On the dining table itself, you stick a sticky note nearby your plate. Brush your teeth, wash your hands. Just try it. And give the similar practices to your kids also. So if you are modeling this practice, then certainly you will be developing good habit in your kids also. They will become daily schedule. Calculate them, calendar them into your daily schedule. कि मेरे को करना ही करना है. The best selling author Charles Duhigg said once, the key to victory is creating the right routines. In the night time, when I go to bed, before that, I'll take 5 minutes, keep my iron clothes on a table, keep my well polished shoes in a corner, socks in a corner, my hanky on a corner, my car keys on the refrigerator, everything perfect. 5 minutes it will take, and you go to sleep. So that is the right routine you are creating. And once you have created it, then you are bound to be a victor. Next is reward the desired routine or behavior. Bad habits generally get rewarded. And if it is done this way, then certainly what happens? They get ingrained into our mind. Good habits are as addictive as bad habits, but good habits are more rewarding. So don't change the reward, just change how it is applied. I will treat myself with an ice cream if I don't smoke today. Fine, that's great. So immediately after meals, you will ask your kids, let us go for a walk to have an ice cream or a muffin. Just try it. And that will be more rewarding because first you have quit smoking, and number two, you are spending time with your kids. That is a good habit. And certainly your kids also will learn these ways of developing good habits. Fifth is journal your progress. Celebrate wins and contemplate mistakes. How to minimize the mistakes and how to magnify the wins. Journal it. सोने से पहले 5 मिनट आपने रूटीन नेक्स्ट डे का फिक्स किया, कपड़े कपड़े रखे अपने, शूज पॉलिश किए, हैंकी किया, कार कीज करी, एवरीथिंग, and after that write 3 things, 5 things you have done good in your day, and then you have done bad, which is not good, not bad I will say, but it is not good. And by applying your own personal meaning to your own thoughts, your own journaling will give you certainly a boost up as to accelerate your progress. Next is find your super supporters. You see, this is the group which will support you to kick off your bad habits. They will be kicked off your routine. They will tell you no. They will always be with you. These are maybe the family men, the community, the friends, the community, or those people who are having positive mindset, those who are having positive mindset. So be in vicinity of such people who are consistent, then they will let you know why you should do this, why you should not do this. And habits help you do the things consistently without thinking about the process. Like for example, we go to the restaurant, have meals, and while giving the payment, paying the bill, we do 2 things particularly. Number one is putting a tip in the basket. You know tips? What is exactly tips? The incentive for prompt services. Tips. And second thing is we take some soft or some sweet or some misery and put it in our mouth freshener. So that way you can quit the bad habit. Consistently you do the things. Whatsoever you do consistently, whether it is good or whether it is bad, you can make or break. So these habits can be changed. The habits form your character, so the character of your kids also. So far we have learned to control or conclude whatever habits we have will define our character. Number one. then we have to harness the power of subconscious mind. And subconscious mind can be developed only if you do the things consistently without thinking any bad thing about it. Going for a morning walk is a good thing. Develop it into your personality. It makes a good habit. Spend time with your family at least once in a day. Think about positive habits you developed during your childhood. And once it is developed, it goes to develop a great character in the adulthood. You just try it, because it is never too late to start. Anytime in a life, you can start. And in order to have a pleasing personality, we must watch our habits. So, देखिए, मैंने एनालॉजी आपको अभी पहले दी थी, ये अभी यहाँ पर आ गई है. A smoker, when told by the doctor to quit smoking, he doesn't quit. I can't, because I have been smoking for last 20 years. And now the doctor says, if you want to live further, you have to quit. So what will you be, your response will be? What do you expect your response will be? Quit smoking if you want to live further, a healthier life, a fruitful life, a beneficial life, long life. So you have to quit. So difficult habits form character, as also your habits, the bad characters, bad habits and good habits. Refusal to accept responsibility is the number one cause for developing a bad habit. That is resistance to change. Then pleasure of continuing, that is also one of this thing, without thinking about pain. Pain will be longer. Pain will be a little bit troublesome. This is ostrich approach. They ignore negative behavior and hope it will go away by itself. It doesn't happen by itself. So auto suggestion says, awaken your subconscious mind. That is visualization. I will talk about the visualization tomorrow. Think about visualization. Say mother. Repeat it a number of times, and the image of your mother will come into your mind. Say you say bank. Your bank balance will be there, EMIs will be there, the bills, pending bills will be there. First time our mind receives a positive suggestion, it rejects it. Because the thing is that the thought is alien to our mindset. It is alien to our character, our personality, our existing belief system. So success depends upon our ability to concentrate and repeat the process. Visualization is creating and seeing the thing mentally. Mentally, we are visualizing what exactly will happen. And scientifically, it has been proven that to develop a good habit, or new idea to settle in your mind, it takes 21 days. So which means two things you have to practice. First is patience and number two is persistence. मैंने अभी आपको बोला था intensity और consistency. Persistent, consistency. Every day you see, you want to make your health body somewhat be muscles and all that. You go for 6 hours on Sunday to a gym or half an hour a day to a gym, which will make difference. Half an hour every day for 6 days, that will make the difference. So that is visualization. That is big chance, big change. And 21 day formula में मैंने आपको बताया, first thing in the morning is, second thing at the bedtime. Whatsoever the good habit you want to develop, right in the morning, you develop it. You repeat it, visualize it. Make a list of your suggestions. What good things I will do, what good habits I will do, what bad habits I will break. And then in the night time, you think about those things again. So you visualize them frequently, twice a day. So that is visualization, and repeat it for 21 days until these auto suggestions become habit. All right. So I will stop over here now. And if you have got any questions, you can ask now, or you write to me in my WhatsApp. Rest is, I will take up next. Next is healthy habits for your kids. Tomorrow. Tomorrow it will be not more than same time, 40 to 45 minutes. Today it is 40 minutes. All right. Anybody has got any question? You may ask now, or else we will break now and I will just come up at the same time tomorrow evening, 6:30. But be in time in your seats. And why I am asking you to write P in the chat box is because from now onwards, I will be issuing the certificate only to those people who are attending the certificate physically out here. At least they are keeping their mobiles on. वीडियोस ऑन करने की जरूरत नहीं है, कर लेंगे आधा घंटे आधा मिनट के लिए, 1 मिनट के लिए, more than good. But you write P in your chat box so that I will see who were all present and I will issue certificates to them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have any other thing to ask, or don't have any suggestions, ideas, if you have got, you can write to me. Otherwise, I am ending here and will come tomorrow same time, 6:30, and same time I will share the link also. All right, have a good dinner and good sleep.